Hong Kong's short-handed medical services have been given a boost by non-locally trained doctors who have helped cut down the waiting time for non-emergency gastroscopy cases substantially. A multinational study led by researchers at the Chinese University of Hong Kong have found a cancer drug developed by a mainland biomedical firm to be effective in treating tumours. And China's manufacturing sector remains resilient despite headwinds from its tariff war with the United States. Good evening. You're watching Cable News. I'm Cheryl Yun. Medical services in Hong Kong are getting much-needed help from non-locally trained doctors who are now providing endoscopy services at the central government-aided emergency hospital in Lok Ma Chau. Invited by the hospital authority, these physicians have helped in significantly cutting down the waiting time for the procedure from over a year to just 2 to 3 months. Jeremy Zhu reports.
Located in the Lok Ma Chau Loop, the hospital, which was built to combat the COVID-19 pandemic, started offering various diagnostic scans and imaging services back in 2023. 6 months ago, it expanded services to include gastroscopy with the help of 2 doctors from the mainland. Dr. Liang Chongfen, who is from neighboring Guangdong province, said he has adapted well to working in Hong Kong. Although he found the English-speaking work environment challenging initially, he has now got used to it. Dr. Sing Nai Chun, who is the clinical services coordinator for the hospital authority, said if patient symptoms are not very obvious, the waiting time for an endoscopy can be long. Yet, in many cases, seemingly mild symptoms turn out to be cancer upon examination, he added. The hospital has performed nearly 5,500 gastroscopies as of last month. Currently, the hospital authority has hired over 300 non-locally trained doctors, including 234 full-time physicians. Their expertise covers streams such as general medicine, ophthalmology, radiology, and surgery. More than 50% have obtained their medical qualifications from the United Kingdom. Jeremy Zhu, Cable News.
A new drug developed by a mainland biotechnology company could have groundbreaking implications after it was found to be successful in treating 3 types of cancer. According to a multinational study led by the Chinese University of Hong Kong, the drug showed promising results during clinical trials. The novel drug D3S001 has shown significant potential in combating non-small cell lung, colorectal and pancreatic cancers driven by gene mutations. In a phase 1 trial involving 42 patients with late-stage cancers, over 70% of those receiving the inhibitor for the first time saw tumors shrink or disappear completely. Over 97% had their conditions stabilized. The clinical trial also included another group of 20 patients previously treated with other inhibitors. Among them, 30% showed notable tumor shrinkage, with 80% of them remaining in a stable state. However, researchers noted that it is too early to predict when the drug could reach the market. The University of Hong Kong is hoping to attract overseas scholars to the SAR amid a funding cut for renowned educational institutions in the United States. Zhang Xiang, president and vice-chancellor of the university, wants to foster a diverse faculty environment to broaden the scope of learning and harness the potential of global education. An increasing number of academics are turning away from American institutions due to dissatisfaction with U.S. President Donald Trump's policies, Zhang said. Uncertainties due to funding cuts has led to a general decline in morale, and some scholars originally bound for the U.S. have also reconsidered their plans. Last year alone, HKU has attracted 120 academics from 13 different countries, Zhang added. Addressing concerns over the declining proportion of local staff members in HKU, as currently there are more mainland teachers in the university, Zhang described the trend as a natural process. He argued that previous dominance of local professors who comprised up to 80% of the faculty 2 decades ago was unhealthy for the university's growth. Responding to controversies surrounding the HKU management last year, Zhang stated that the university has moved forward, with operations now back on track under the leadership of the Governing Council. Lawmakers have signaled mixed reactions to the proposed Hongshui-Q Hajun Smart Mass Transit System, which was first unveiled in Chief Executive John Lee's policy address 2 years ago. With the first phase expected to be operational by 2031, some lawmakers are calling for an extended loop line design, while others have raised concerns about shared road sections and the project's cost effectiveness. Jeremy Zhu has more details.
The proposed transit system will eventually cover 16 kilometers, linking development areas in the Western New Territories with the Tunma Line and the existing light rail network. It is projected to serve 300,000 future residents and 160,000 commuters. Taking to the airwaves, lawmaker Gary Zhang said the disclosed information remains vague, noting he is seeking meetings with officials to scrutinize cost effectiveness. Another concern flagged by Zhang was the disruption to traffic. As a major part of the proposed network will be running on existing roads, right of passage for the transit system could hold up other vehicles. The network will feature 3 routes. The first phase of Line 1, which is in the advanced planning stage, will span 4.5 kilometers and have 7 stations. The remaining sections of Line 1, along with Line 2 and 3, are still under development. Speaking on the same program, lawmaker Edward Lau argued for residential connectivity. With upcoming developments in Hongshui-Q, the routes must integrate with the properties to maximize the potential and cover more residential localities. There is room for a circular design within the new development zone, he said. Jeremy Zhu, Cable News.
President Xi Jinping has instructed government officials to start implementing the 15th five-year plan starting next year. Charting the way forward for the nation till the end of the decade, the plan will focus on economic and social development, ensuring stability and security. Consistent implementation of five-year plans are an important approach to governing the country, Xi said. The formulation and implementation of the 15th five-year plan holds immense significance for fully realizing strategic initiatives of the country. Currently, the Central Committee of the Communist Party is drafting proposals for the plan, and relevant departments are gearing up to consider opinions and suggestions from officials, the general public, as well as experts and scholars. Xi has emphasized the need to transform and upgrade traditional industries, develop emerging industries, and plan arrangements for the future to modernize manufacturing. China's manufacturing activity remained resilient and expanded last month despite the global impact of U.S. tariffs. However, domestic consumption remained weak, with retail sales marginally missing market estimates. Industrial output climbed 6.1% year-on-year, beating analysts' expectations of a 5.2% rise. However, it was much lower than the 7.7% jump in March. Retail sales in April grew 5.1% year-on-year, but were comparatively low compared with the 5.9% increase in March. The slump in the property market continued, with new home prices across mainland 70 cities dropping slightly. Fixed asset investment in the first 4 months of the year expanded by 4%, slightly below the forecasted 4.2%, with investment in real estate plunging 10.3%. Fu Linghui, spokesman for the National Bureau of Statistics, noted that despite growing external shocks, key indicators reflected steady and rapid growth, driven by macroeconomic policies. However, Fu also highlighted the need for stronger measures to stimulate domestic demand and support persistently low consumer prices, which continue to strain corporate profitability and growth in household income. On tariffs, Fu highlighted Beijing's push to diversify exports to other regions, adding that any significant reduction of levies between the U.S. and China would benefit bilateral trade and support global economic recovery. Let's take a look at the stock market. The Hang Seng Index ended the day down 12 points. Top active stocks of the day, Alibaba was down $4.20. Tencent was up $6. Meituan was up $3 and Popmart was up $11.30. Foreign exchange against the Hong Kong dollar, euro 8.8, Canadian dollar 5.6. U.S. chipmaker Nvidia has announced ambitious plans to sell a technology that will speed up chip-to-chip communication, which is essential to build and deploy artificial intelligence tools. Outlining plans to build a high-tech data center in Taipei suburb, Nvidia chief executive Jensen Huang said new markets have to be created starting here. Anna Chen has the story.
Speaking in Taipei at Computex, one of Asia's biggest electronics forum, Huang unveiled technologies from faster chip systems to software aimed at sustaining the boom in demand for AI computing.
We're announcing Nvidia NVLink Fusion.
The Taipei-born entrepreneur introduced updates to the ecosystem around Nvidia's accelerator chips, launching a new version of its NVLink tech called NVLink Fusion that it will sell to other chip designers to help build powerful custom AI systems with multiple chips linked together, offering flexibility to its customers while keeping Nvidia technology at the center.
Whether you buy completely from us, that's fantastic. Nothing gives me more joy than when you buy everything from Nvidia. I just want you guys to know that. But it gives me tremendous joy if you just buy something from Nvidia.
In addition, the California-based company is going to expand Nvidia's presence in Taipei with a company office in the northern suburb of Beitar Shilin. Nvidia also plans to develop an AI supercomputer in collaboration with Foxconn and Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. Anna Chen, Cable News.
Thank you.
On to the weather now. Mainly cloudy with a few showers. Isolated thunderstorms tonight and tomorrow morning. Sunny intervals in the afternoon with a maximum temperature of 31 degrees in the urban areas. It will get hotter in the following couple of days. Now let's take a look at the weather around the world. That's our news tonight. I'm Cheryl Yun. Thanks for watching and good night.